I want to keep this short and sweet because I wrote something that I want to share with you. But first of all, I just want to say how grateful I am. I've reached 1 million subscribers on YouTube, which is a flipping huge milestone. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who supported my music over the years, whether you're newly on board or have been here for a while. I wanted to say thank you to the YouTube reaction community who have gotten behind my stuff in a big way and really helped me reach this goal. So thank you guys. Yeah, I wanted to read this passage that I wrote about success. It's too much for me to remember right now, so bear with me. But yeah, success to me means that I have a responsibility that transcends me. If I have a platform where people are paying attention, then I feel like it's my duty to make that count. It's far more important than my aspirations with music and what I could personally gain. There's a saying that stuck with me recently, which was a rising tide lifts all ships. Somehow, by finding success for myself has meant that I can find success for the people around me, and that makes me feel very rich. I'm in a very strange position right now where I owe much of my success to the most destructive force in my life, which has been the turbulence of my physical and mental illness. The thing that has by far brought me the most pain has been a source of constant inspiration, which ironically led to creations which brought me the most joy. Creating art which means something to somebody else and can potentially be a companion to somebody else in the dark justifies my own pain, and I desperately needed that to be justified. There are a lot of people alive today who live in the dark. It's a place that I'm very familiar with. In the peak of my health problems, I was severely underweight. All my meals had to be restricted and blended, and I was so tired that I couldn't participate in life. I couldn't socialize, I couldn't watch films, I couldn't read. My bones constantly hurt. Even standing in the shower was excruciating and exhausting. And this went on for years, with no answers. Nobody could have ever convinced me during that time that my pain and suffering would be a source for something good, because it felt insidious. Nobody could have ever convinced me that something constructive can come from hurting every day. But I'm here to tell you that if you are hurting every day, don't be afraid. One thing I know to be a constant law of the universe, is that life is inconsistent. Life is beautiful and life is hideous. Life is kind and life is cruel. Dancing inside this dichotomy and inconsistency makes me know that you won't hurt forever, whether that comes from resolution of what you're going through or acceptance of where you are. You won't hurt forever. You don't know yet whether or not your pain conceals gold. It definitely conceals wisdom, and it's definitely a catalyst for filling you with empathy. So stand strong, my friends, and don't let the darkness consume you, because once you know the dark and become intimate with it, you become very capable of wielding the light. You could be instrumental for changing this world for the better. There's nothing humble about shrinking or doubting yourself because you are large. You can be ferocious and you could be magnificent. For the medical industry, who too often let people fall through the cracks, it's your duty to do better. For the people living in the light, who have either stepped out of their shadow or have never had to walk beside it, it's your responsibility to put out untainted love. Our own greed, desire to ferociously expand, and decisions rooted in self-interest can benefit ourselves in a material sense, but can be very destructive to the hive and the world around us, ultimately hurting ourselves. So we really must consider that if we're going to step into a bright future. As humans, we have an incredible potential, and it would be a shame to throw it away. So community, humanity, and changing our relationship with the natural world so it leans more towards homeostasis must be a priority number one. If you're watching this and there's a knot tied up in your stomach with bitterness, anger, or hatred for your fellow human being, be with it, feel it, understand it, express it, and then let it go. You're hurting. Give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then project that love outwards, and the anger will pass. We have a decision in every interaction to tilt the world towards heaven or hell, towards Jannah or Jahannam, utopia or dystopia, and some people's ideas of heaven will be another's image of hell. So tread carefully, but treat those differences with respect. Tapestries are made beautiful because of the variety in the sum of their parts. Thank you to 1 million people inside this rich tapestry for the opportunity for me to try and spread my own vision of what I believe to be good. And thank you for justifying my pain. Thank you. I love you.
So a lot of you requested me react to this video by Ren, you know, his 1 million subscribers. Shout out to Ren, by the way. But yeah, it's just so amazing to see somebody take their pain and their struggles and be willing to put that aside and be a positive impact on the world. A lot of you guys have sent like paragraphs of stuff, and I do read them. And you just kind of told me how he's changed your perception on life, how he's helped you get out of a dark place yourself. It's just amazing to see, one, the power of music, but two, how somebody who's experienced so much pain and hurt can turn that into something beautiful and make it something positive that we can all relate to in a way. We might not know exactly what he's been through or feel how he's been through, but when he talked about being in that dark place and being familiar with it and kind of being intimate with it, that's kind of what I've learned to do, because I used to stay, especially in college. I was a student athlete, and I did not receive the playing time like I felt like I deserved. I'm not even gonna lie, I did not put the work in like I should have. But once I came to terms with that, there was a whole lot of mental baggage that I carried with that, because my pride and my identity was in my ability to perform as an athlete. And once you take that away, you know, you really have to do some soul searching to figure out who you are. And then I actually experienced an actual injury on my right knee, which was a whole nother mental block that came with that. Hell, even to this day, I still, when I do anything active, I mentally, subconsciously and consciously think about my right knee. And, you know, if you guys have seen my previous REN reactions, I've said it time and time again, this dude is a true inspiration. If he can do what he's doing, and I know his conditions have worsened here recently, you guys have told me in the comments, but if he can still do what he's doing, if he can still put out positive messages, if he can still find a way to sift through that darkness and be a light to people, we all can. And I think it's our responsibility. Like, yes, we've all been through some stuff, very traumatizing things. Some of it, you know, some of it we'll take to our grave, and it's unspeakable at this current point in time. But you know, if we only focus on the negative, we're not gonna get anywhere in life. You know, that negative emotion and energy, it weighs you down. And I've had to learn that over the years. And I just turned 30 at the beginning of November, and it feels like I've hit like a fork in the road, and like I'm going down a different path in life, one that is challenging me to be creative and be a light if I can. That's always been my goal ever since I was a kid. Like, I don't care about I don't care about being successful material wise as far as money and wealth, but I've always wanted to get to a point where I can give back to a community, whether that's through these videos, or if I ever become financially stable enough to help people in a way that you know, can give them a little bit of hope and inspiration. You know, we don't all come from a wealthy background or such, but, and I know that's just one way to show your love and appreciation to people. Another way is your time and your energy that you give them. But yeah, you know, it's just amazing to see how Ren has been through so much. And I've said it in a couple of the videos, he's inspired me to want to do something to contribute to society in some type of shape, way, or form. No, I will admit, you know, some of it's a little bit of selfish ambition, but that's what keeps me going and driving me to be better and be the best me that I can be. But my ultimate goal is to give back. Like, that's what we're here for, is to share thoughts, ideas. We might not always agree with them, but share thoughts, ideas, challenge each other to become the best versions of ourselves that we can be. And I think, especially in today's society, because there's so much toxicity, especially on the internet, we've forgotten about that. We've forgotten to just truly have a genuine connection with one another. And his music, I think I just reacted to a song he did with Chinchilla recently. That type of music touches my soul, because you know, I grew up listening to hip hop. When you're in the Black community and you grow up listening to certain things, you're kind of programmed to have a certain mindset. And I've had to break out of that mindset and choose to learn about different cultures, different things, just things to challenge the beliefs that I had instilled in me at a young age. And once you do that, you can truly grow as a person. You don't have to like everything, you don't have to adapt to everything, but you can take bits and pieces and add it to yourself. It doesn't mean you're changing who you are at your core, but you could take these things and find ways to apply them to your life. There's things that you can learn from every culture and every walk of life that you can appreciate. And even if it does not resonate with you on a deep level, just having that respect, like he said in the video, just having the decency for one another. Sorry, I'm ranting a little bit, but you know, those are my thoughts on this video. It's awesome that he reached 1 million subscribers. Like I said, I think he should have way more than the current count that he's at. He's just awesome. And you know, as you see, I'm wearing my NF hoodie today. He's another person that is his life story. Ren is a genuine human being, and we all wish for the best health for Ren, especially me. I wish that he can get better. I would love to hear more music from him, but his health is first and foremost. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I hope that you find a way to be a positive influence on somebody and use your gift that's given to you. Also, let me know how Ren has personally impacted your life, because I like going through the comments and reading them. If you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and remember to wake up and choose greatness.